when you pretend that you're all these things and you know in your heart. Now, I mean, the easiest thing in life is to talk about murder. The hardest thing is to do it. And you say the dude's name was Foolio?
Foolio.
He was destined to die. Anybody, snake, dog, your character, that man's name was Foolio.
And that's a key point.
The key part, that he was foolish enough to leave his location.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Man, but let me ask you about, man, I don't know if you've seen it, man, down they and you might not have seen this younger generation, man. I said some stuff on one of my reviews, and I don't think I had you on that one. It was about Foolio getting killed down there. He got gunned down. He went live. He dropped his location down in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. I think he went to Tampa or something, but he dropped his ad. It was his birthday. They killed him on his birthday, or close to his birthday. And that night, one of the other guys came out with a diss track. Matter of fact, he dropped 2 diss tracks after that. One of them, he said 3 shot, 1 dead. You know, that was the hook on the song.
Okay.
Because that's what happened. 3 shot, 1 dead. You know, and I was like, man, in my heart, like, why do these OGs or whoever these dudes is jump and run around these young dudes, smoke blunts with them, hang out with them, but then when their life is on the line, nobody speaks up. When you see them killing each other, everybody's silent.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not that everybody's silent. Murder changes your mind.
Okay.
See, it sounds good. You see something, say something. That sounds good. But saying something can cost you your life. And 90% of us is scared to death, bro. All that OG status and I push this line. This is why the generation is how it is. Because we don't reprimand our youth.
Okay.
We'll go along to get along. Long as I'm doing something you want to hear, I'm the OG. If I don't say what you want to say, bleep, bleep, bleep me. You say I can't say so.
So you telling me that when you think about these youngsters and when the guns ring out, there ain't gonna be much chatter. And we're in the midst of a whole situation where there's, you know, violence like that, you know, everybody starts to, you know, I guess.
But where do you think in your life when you pretend that you're all these things and you know in your heart? Now, I mean, the easiest thing in life is to talk about murder. The hardest thing is to do it. This one man, I'm talking about going into this situation. It changes your life. Murder just ain't something that you can just go and it's okay. It bothers some things in your life and changes some things in your life. So everybody ain't built for that.
So when Foolio gets killed, he had already he talked about his death, and because he had did a song on one of the dude's grave, you know, a year or so ago on his birthday. And I think somebody died, you know, some years back with his crew, you know, allegedly, you know, doing something with them. But the thing is, I always say, man, when it come down to it, for me, like leadership is something else. A lot of times, even I always tell people about pastors and stuff like that. Like there in the word, it says the good shepherd is willing to lay down his life for the sheep, right? Mm-hmm. But that's saying I'm willing to die for these people, man. I'm willing to die for the situation. I'm willing to die for the cause. I lead these people, so I'm willing to die to make sure you know that I'm here for y'all. Mm-hmm. If anybody come at y'all, he says, I'm not a hireling. The hireling, when the wolf come, you know, the hireling will flee. But the good shepherd, he willing to lay down his life for the sheep. I heard Farrakhan speak on that one time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, a real leader is willing to die for the people that he's leading. But you don't see people really.
Well, shit, I mean, you can't see that. The history, every good shepherd, especially in our community, in the Black community, died effortlessly. What do you think? How do you think Marcus Garvey feel? How do you think Martin Luther King,
Yeah,
Malcolm X.
yeah.
Niggas is still niggas. You know what I'm saying? You can't save us. You know what I'm saying? So the good shepherd, even with Jesus, if we call a good shepherd, in scripture, it claims, it says, can you pass this over me? He didn't want to die. But shit, if you can do something else, do it. But your will, not my will.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this. Right. But shit, if you can give it to somebody else, because I see true. These niggas ain't worth me dying for.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? So I just got an award Sunday.
Congratulations.
For peacemaking, and I don't keep up that much peace, but the Nation of Islam, that's the first time I've ever got an award from the Nation of Islam, but I have never got sea time. And I thought about when I got this award, and I got in the Nation of Islam in 1964.
Okay.
And I came up in the Nation, and it saved my life. Just some good points and bad points about everything.
That's right.
But it saved my life. But I looked at it when we talk about the origination and how it came from. Master Farad Muhammad said he came 9,000 miles. The other Ahmadiyya Muslims, the other Muslims, when they came here, they came for white people. So Master Farad Muhammad came to Black Bottom, Detroit, and pulled up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, pulled up the Christ, right? He brought us up. And in the interim of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad saving us, he saved us and brought the black man in America, made him stand up and build a nation. And in building that nation, as his departure came, Minister Louis Farrakhan came. The Nation of Islam is the only organization in America, from that King Alfred program to COINTELPRO with J. Edgar Hoover, that they tried to destroy. You don't have a Malcolm X Foundation anymore. You don't have a Black Wall Street. You don't have Marcus Garvey movement, W.D. Du Bois movement, and nappy nigga coons and possums. It's not, the NAACP is not functioning for black folks. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Nation of Islam, so I call Minister Farrakhan is the new Jesus. Because in 1975, the nation failed. Wallace Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son, said that everything his father said was a lie, and that they were going to Orthodox Islam and they became Bilanians. And they spoke about the Nation of Islam in the past. What you niggas used to be, what y'all used to be. 1977, Minister Farrakhan, just like they say, Jesus rose from the dead, he came back. And 1979, Shaheed Muhammad saw me going down Manchester, had a perm, had just dipped a wet cigarette, had a brand new Cadillac. Mark, come here, man. We building the nation back up. What? What you mean they building it back up? And from that, we've been rising.
Wow. Now
you got the Nation of Islam again, the only black organization that rose again. And no matter what your politics is, you should stand behind a nation for black people. Well, I understand, so I just can't be a Muslim. Well, eat some hog and still come to the mosque. I don't care.
I want to ask you about the other night. Basically, me and my wife, we watched BET. Now, I thought she was going to bring the question up, but she had been asking a few people on the panel.
Well, let me just finish what you were asking about. The dude Foolio that got killed.
Oh yeah, we can go back to that.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify why I was bringing that up. And old people always have long stories. Go ahead. No, it's no respect for OGs because, like you said, the leaders. Minister Farrakhan has cancer. He's sick for trying to save black people.
Wow.
And we just go on and do what the hell we doing, and just on this West Coast, we don't even have a mosque. We're having services in a Scientology building. That's an insult to everything that Minister Farrakhan has been building. I would rather go in the backyard than to have a meeting in Scientology. It's a bad look. If some people walked in there and didn't know anything, they said, where you been? Always with them Scientology niggas. You know what I'm saying? So nobody speaks on it. So the same thing in the street. And you say the dude's name was Foolio?
Foolio.
He was destined to die. Anybody, snake, dog, your character, that man's name was Foolio.
And that's a key point.
The key part, that he was foolish enough to leave his location.
Yeah, he left his location.
Told somebody where he was.
He told everybody to come party with me.
And they did, all the way to hell, huh?
Wow.
No, I didn't hear about it. If it ain't Compton news, I don't hear it.
Yeah. Them boys down there in Florida, they get active, man.
Okay, I mean, I got some boys in Florida, but they didn't tell me. I didn't get the memo.
You didn't get the memo on that. He was a little younger, man.
Yeah, these brothers is dying. I mean,
Foolio,
they dying on foolishness.
Right?
You know, they dying on foolishness. Why would he have to? Some things you have to keep private in your life.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy told me a long time ago, 2 things you never let a nigga borrow: your car, your woman.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.